special guest with us this week, ladies and gentlemen. The legendary, the one and only, the heartbeat of Row Home Rock, Mr. BT, Brian Timlin in the house, everybody.
What's up, BT, Brian?
Thugfolk,
How are you?
our brother.
Hello.
From way back.
Brian's a avid listener. He's like, yo, get me on. And as the heartbeat of Thugfolk. Thugfolk was our original band. I think we've said that enough. But Brian Timlin was in the band with Pat Smith. And that made up the Delco portion, us four.
Yes.
And then Jersey John was the bass player that came in later.
We rehearsed at Pershing Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the garage.
Remember Uncle Eddie fucking threw up? He was on Oxycontins and he was drinking buds.
And those were the old Oxycontin.
Yeah.
So that really fucked
They're
you
the
up.
ones you could snort.
Yeah, so I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
But it was his uncle.
Your family would be set up on lawn chairs, drinking beers and doing pills and watching
I'll never forget your dad laughing his balls off that when Eddie started throwing up. He's like, "That's my brother. Nobody does more drugs than my fucking brother." Laughing, and he's fucking like passed out. I was like, "Holy shit!"
Meanwhile, we're all 7 beers deep at rehearsal.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Dude,
And then we moved it up to the attic.
We moved it to the attic. Those were the good days.
Actually, it was the attic first, I think.
I think it was the attic
It was
first.
kind of like
And then
sit down
Matty T moved
acoustic.
up
Then he
there.
moved up, and then he set up. Yeah, he lived
Remember,
up there.
remember it was fucking freezing cold, and we were supposed to hit
I
the
unplugged.
button.
Yeah, I unplugged.
Fucked the-
Matty T had this like thing to where like the heat was plugged in, so the whole thing was heated through this thing being plugged in. We stepped into practice. I didn't know any better, so I unplugged it and plugged my amp in. It froze all the pipes, and 2 or 3 hours later, all the pipes burst and started leaking from the top loft. Matt came in and
Holy
like God
shit,
bless
dude.
him, like he handled it like he wanted to explode, but he handled it cool. He was just like,
He still bust my balls about it.
yeah.
They were so supportive. The band was practicing. I get it.
Yeah, so he handled it totally cool. That was the first years, and then you moved, and then we practiced at my parents' garage, which the setup wasn't as good. It was like literally a dungeon. You didn't have any space to move.
I mean, it really needed. We should have practiced, but we didn't.
Yeah.
We didn't really need to practice that much. We should have.
Yeah, I mean,
but
we
were
played
playing
enough.
every weekend.
Yeah, we played enough
we
to
didn't
where
have time to really fucking.
yeah,
practice.
it's kind of like bands like it's kind of like the NBA or like they once the season starts. It's not like they're practicing all the time. They have games every other night, so they get together as long as they're kind of all
You're doing
showing
it on
up.
stage.
Yeah.
like musicians do.
So how was your Christmas?
Awful.
Yeah, mine too. Mine too.
It's so
Tell us.
depressing.
Do you get depressed on the holidays? I do too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah,
I fucking hate my life. Absolutely.
yeah.
I need you need an old lady in your life to have a good Christmas, I think, or a kid,
Or a kid, one or the other.
or to relive that.
Yeah, I agree.
When you're by your fucking self, dude. I guess I got a dog, and then
Yeah.
obviously I take care of my mom and shit. But
Small dog.
it's medium size.
he was a big small dog guy for a while. It is true. You only the Christmas unless the kid, like you said last week, it kind of brings that back. You live it through them.
Yeah.
And then when you have a girl, you get to experience that the night light. You go see like Christmas lights and shit. You
Yes.
feel that. You feel that specialness.
Go
but
to
yeah,
Longwood Gardens and shit.
Longwood Gardens. Yeah, I feel you. But you know what? It's 2026. It's New Year.
It's over, brother.
This is our New Year's episode, dude.
Yeah, we got to do like
This is the New Year's
our resolution at the end.
Yeah, you hit me up the other day.
Yeah, I actually have resolutions this year. And
God.
I do. I know. But I never do that. But I'm also a depressive kind of guy, so I don't even fucking make them. But this year I'm like, all right, I think I can do these 3.
Fuck it, don't do it. Listen, why are you guys on the Zin? Why is that? Why does everyone quit smoking and shit?
Because you can't smoke inside. Now it's like having a
Fucking
cigarette
reeks,
in here.
dude. And you can't
No,
smoke
it
anywhere.
smells like shit. Don't get me
And
wrong.
it smells like
but-
shit, and you
but
can't do it
everyone-
everywhere.
Then like you were quitting drinking. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like I'm losing everybody.
Hey, dude. At our age,
I'm very glad for you.
at our age we've already lost
But
everybody.
I've been drinking again for a year.
Are you
And
back?
I haven't
Are
seen
you
you.
back?
Yeah.
Oh, so I was listening to it 20.
What did it? Did it?
Yeah,
I was
you
listening to
stopped.
off.
Yeah, you
Oh, so you're
stopped.
back. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good for
Want a
you.
little-
Fucking
want a
right.
shot?
What is it?
Yeah, I've got the whiskey
It's
right
like
here,
whiskey.
BT.
It's like James.
I can't do whiskey, bro.
It's like Jameson. You sip on it.
I
You never do James?
It's gentlemanly.
do a
Grow up,
slushy.
dude.
I do a slushy.
Dude, grow up.
There we go.
I'll do a
sip some whiskey with the
I'll do a
boys.
fucking tiny little.
Just sip it, nice. Be a gentleman about
That's
it.
right.
So you're a drummer by trade. Do you still play? What was that? So we haven't played in a long time. We used to get together for our reunion shows.
When did you start, Mike? I
Third
know
grade.
Mike knows the story, but from as long as I've known you, you were just
Speak
a
a little.
drummer.
Make sure you speak up a little bit.
Third grade.
All right, how did you get into it? We've never had this talk before.
Actually, my brother started playing, and he had a shit drum set, and then I would just
The checkered one, right?
Yeah,
love
and then
that.
I would just listen to the REM was the first song I played.
Which
Actually, no, not. We'll get back to that song.
End of the World?
No.
That'd be
I
hard.
know.
That'd be fast.
Losing My Religion.
This one goes out
to
the
the
one
one I
That was
love.
the first song I learned how to play full. Like,
Nice.
drum.
By ear, just drum along.
Yes.
And listen for the patterns and, shit.
And then I went to drum lessons with Sister Marion Grace
At St. Joe's.
for 3 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
St. Joe's. Taught me shit. I mean, sweet lady and all.
Yeah, but nothing.
I'm
Nothing.
like, dude, I can play it. I can play a John Bonham song.
Yeah,
and she's teaching me a fucking.
Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Yeah. But
And I grew up with Brian. Our families are close. So I always remembered when we were like young, your mom was into the arts and stuff like that, like Irish music and stuff. So and your dad too. Like I remember the arts were kind of like encouraged in your house.
my dad liked the R&B stuff.
My dad was a Motown guy too.
Which is
Mine too.
Motown. Yeah. Yeah, so they would have been
Dad
like
hate- my
wiggers.
dad
They would have been
hated-
wiggers in their
yes.
days.
My
They were
dad was a
they were
fucking
their days
wigger.
wiggers.
Yeah.
Fucking Big Joe was a wigger.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he liked like the souls.
Yes,
you know.
Smokey Robinson and that
Yes.
shit. Yeah, that was my dad's shit
My
too.
dad tried to make a wigger comment to me, like listening to Wu-Tang or something, like in high school, and I was like, dude, all you listen to is the Four Tops. and fucking, you know, like, you're a wigger. And then he punched me in the face.
Yeah, then you got hit again.
My dad hated the Beatles and stuff. He hated all that, you know, the long hair, you know, weird
No shit.
psychedelic shit.
Yeah, I know my dad growing up. Like I ended up loving the stuff he loves. Like
What's he like?
He liked the band and just real like experimental stuff and like 88.5 kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I remember as a kid being like, oh my god, this album's awful. It was The Last Waltz, the band. And he was just kind of like shook his head, but we didn't like. He's more of a music guy than I am. Like he's more try to discover something.
What's your mom like?
My mom's just a top 40 Rolling Stones kind of.
She's the sweetest lady
Yeah,
ever.
my mom's a saint.
Why did the band break up so quick? Or was it so quick, or it just seems like
They were playing a lot longer than people think. Like they broke it big in the late 60s, but they were together in the 50s. So by the time like 1977 came around, The Last Waltz, they've been playing for like 20 some years.
I mean, I have more money than their fucking lead singer, probably, right? Because
They're all dead now, but all the guys but one were all like drug addicts, heroin guys and stuff. So they were pissing their money, and the one guy took all the credit for all the songs. Like back in the day, you had the Robbie Robertson. So back in the
Good-looking
day,
guy, too.
Back in the day, you had if you wrote the song, you got all the credit for the study. So it didn't matter if you played on or nothing. So all those guys were all smacked out. They didn't know. He was a Jewish guy, so he was smart business-wise, and he put his name on everything. And then they kind of broke off after that. But,
Kenny Loggins got fucked that way, too. Kenny Loggins.
yeah, dude, there's so many stories in the
Or
music.
no,
Billy
was it-
Joel,
Not
right?
Kenny Loggins. Who's the guy that sings with the Creedence Clearwater?
Oh,
John
John Fogerty.
He got
yeah.
fucked.
Yeah. I remember with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, there was like a beef with his band or something like.
I thought he was one of those guys too that gave no money to the rest of the band, took all the money for himself, and then they wanted to get together to do a tribute thing, and he said, "No, you can't use the name or the songs." And then they came out with like Creedence Clearwater Revisited.
Yeah.
Like, they had to change the name, but like they didn't get a dime.
I think he
from
was
him.
pissed off because they may have gotten the money and he
That's like
didn't.
Heif. Remember with Thugfolk? When you were getting the money for the CD, you know,
Oh
share it with us.
yeah.
That was great. BT.
We had a few conspiracy theories that I was
I remember
stealing
that
money
one.
from the
It
band.
wasn't
making
only me.
Who's making this money? I'm like, I don't think we're making any money.
10 cents.
No, but it was cool that 10 years after we made one album, our album Spun the Mistake. Check it out, YouTube, anywhere you listen to music. Really good we were young kids and we put out something to be really proud of.
I think actors should have been in. All your songs were obviously that you guys made were great.
Yeah.
But actor could have been a fucking.
Special song.
We could have.
Yeah, it was a special
That
song.
was special.
And it was placed perfectly on
7
the album
minutes
too.
long, dude.
At 3. Maybe that might have hurt it like for a single.
did, but I
Even
mean,
playing that live, the
it was
ending
like-
was always
it was
so
almost
like
like a Bohemian
euphoric and so
Rhapsody.
powerful.
Yeah, it had
song.
different parts and
Yes.
stuff. Yeah,
And it
grew.
evolved.
We were like 7 years old and we did that in like one
Yeah.
take.
It was
Yeah.
it was a good spot in the album too. Like even I don't listen to it often, but it's where it's at in the like that when it comes in after that home thing, like right at like you're ready for it. Then it's like you kind of you listen to Broke, you listen to Home, and that kind of gets you kind of like okay, and then that kind of takes you, it kind of soars. You know,
Yeah.
I think if it was placed anywhere else, it might have not had the effect that it did.
Yeah.
And you're right, live was incredible.
I think we should have had Chapter on there.
Chapter should have
and
definitely been on there.
The one.
The one could have been
Yeah.
on there too.
Chapter, I love.
I guess at
that's a
that
great
point
song.
we were like so sick of playing because we had played for years. Like, and you and I played acoustic for a year before the band came in.
That's right.
So those were songs where like,
and I would play just at the second half.
Yeah, we started. Yeah, when we started, it was just Mike and I, and then we wanted the band, and when we got you guys on board, you guys only really knew enough music to do the second set.
Yeah.
So we would do acoustic first set, second set, and then we eventually filled out the whole night.
Yeah, and at that point, we wanted to get away from like maybe some of the songs that we played a lot, and maybe at that point, Chapter and the One just didn't make it. Fun Times at the Jersey Shore.
Yeah,
we
because it was a new
to,
sound to play with now.
Yeah,
and it wasn't the old palette of shit that we had. We didn't have the same palette. We didn't have the same toolbox anymore.
Yeah,
we had a brand new toolbox, and we were excited to use the new tools that we had.
Right. But I regret that too. I think Chapter, mainly Chapter.
The one at the TLA, because we played that at the TLA.
Yeah.
The one. Great. That was a great version.
Yeah.
That was cool at the TLA opening up for Brothers Past. Didn't you get a ticket? Didn't you park right out front and got like a $350 ticket?
I don't remember.
I remember that.
Yeah.
You did.
Guys,
you're like, fuck this city. And we're like, dude, you parked right out front.
Probably. You guys were talking about fucking stinks. I don't know when that was. It was probably,
one of our past episodes.
That was the funniest. I forgot all about that fucking guy.
Yeah, speak up a little bit. Yeah, like that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Wasn't he a tall, skinny fucking kid?
Yeah.
Sweetest kid in the world.
I don't know if he was tall, but he was definitely like kind of skinny. He looked like a hippie. Kind of looked like Frenchie. Like,
it's funny how we weren't like Brothers Past at all, but at one point we were like Brothers Past adjacent, where we were having like their leftover crew members coming to like try to help us.
To be our,
like
yeah.
He and that's where
like
Stinks
Hoagie
came
pits,
from.
right?
Yeah, he smelled real bad, dude. No deodorant. Yeah.
Sweet guy.
You guys made me call him.
Yeah, it was a funny story when I heard that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, I remember Stinks.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We had a few guys that came and kind of went. And they all
These
tried.
dudes would show up. They'd make piss money. We would just berate them all night.
If we paid them
They'd
at
be
all.
like, guys, I'll do it, but I don't know how to do it. And then like first song, we're like, fucking kill the mids, bring the like. These dudes were flying by the seat of their pants.
I love yelling at sound guys.
And when you're 20, and people out there that like are playing in bands, and but when you're 20, you don't know shit. All you know is that like it's not sounding right, and monitors are a nightmare. Like
we only had like I think a half monitor
I think we had
for
two.
the whole band.
Yeah, we shared. We put one monitor in the front for the front line to hear, and then one by you for you to hear. And they were never.
And I still complained.
And they were never like good monitors or anything. Yeah. So like, but yeah, our sound guys would tell us flat out, listen, I don't know how to do this. I'm just doing you a favor. We'd be like, absolutely, yeah, no big deal. By the first song, we're like, we're not hearing anything. Like, I don't know it either.
And everything that could happen to a drummer, the worst things that could happen to a drummer, happened to me. Fucking cymbal,
something happened to you.
Cymbal fucking falling down. The drum set, I forgot to put a carpet down.
Yeah, so it went on
Timothy's. It was at Timothy's.
Oh, the old Spectators.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the whole fucking drum set was going away from me as I was playing.
Was that the night of the Ron Artest brawl? Because we were playing during that brawl.
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully it was a diversion maybe.
Yeah.
It was the whole drum set just went away from me. Broke the snare drum. Completely didn't have a backup.
Something
I had
happened
no backups.
Maybe something happened with your drums at what either.
Oh, and my foot pedal broke at a fucking original gig night
at Whiskey Tango, or is it Finnegan's Wake? Whiskey Tango.
Yeah. And my foot pedal broke like the second song.
Yeah.
And I couldn't use it. And you guys were fucking staring at me. Like, what are you doing, dude? I'm
that
like,
same gig, my amp stopped working.
And that was an original gig night.
Yeah, it was original gig night.
It was a big night for us.
Yeah, so my amp didn't work for a good 10 minutes on the thing. Totally off. So we were just fighting on stage and then got off 45 minutes. Okay, thank you for the band. It was like fucking awful. And every time we had a bad gig, we'd fight afterwards and almost break up.
We'd fight on stage. We'd fight off stage. If you listen to any recorded show of us, and it's mostly me, not one song is perfect. There's always a fuck up in every song. But yeah, dude, that was a whirlwind of a couple years.
Yeah, it really was. What was it, 02 to 04?
Yeah,
short,
January 02.
It was too short, man.
We
really
passed
was.
around the Never Pull Out CDs.
We were getting better.
Yeah, we were. I know.
And like Mike said at one podcast, sorry to keep on bringing back the
No, dude.
We would add like 4 more new songs. We're like, we're fucking golden.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah, we finally switched the setup, and it was only like 6 or 7 different songs.
Modest Mouse song.
Modest Mouse.
Yeah.
But it made us feel.
Float On.
We did it in CI or something like that. Float On. Yeah.
But we were getting better, and at that, especially at a time like that in your young 20s, you're having a little bit of success, and you're getting better. That's like the time where you really need a guy older that you respect, that knows a little bit, that can kind of manage you and like kind of get you all together on the same page. Because if you don't have that, then you're just gonna, everybody has their own agendas, and wants to do their own thing. But that was the problem. We didn't have a guy that we all respected that was like, this is, if you guys just get through this little patch, because we had songs after Splendid Mistake. We had a few originals like that we were working on that are ready to go. Like some of them we worked on up all night. Like if we would have stayed together as Thugfolk, those songs would have been really developed and became something like I thought we had a second album ready to go, and that was a different.
Left? Who was the one that left? Who was the
Hef
John?
left
Who
first.
was the John Lennon or the
Hef left first. Hef wanted to do. Hef wanted to do. I think we were going in more of like a cover, like Split Decision. We like some of us,
right,
and Hef was like, I want to do original, and then we were kind of like, all right, well, if this is what you.
Then we had that manager,
Billy Stott.
I missed Billy Stott.
Billy,
I missed,
missed that
I
meeting,
missed that meeting. You guys hated me after that.
Yeah, that was kind of like a schism, but then
What's that mean?
It's got a break. A schism, the Great Schism, Protestant Reformation, Martin Luther.
Smart man.
Yeah.
I do know I love
But
that.
Hef, like honestly, I didn't think like he would. Like I thought it would just be a normal fight where like maybe
Do we
like
have gigs still?
yeah, we still gigs. Where like I thought he would say like kind of just cave back in, but he was like, no, if that's it, that's it. Then we tried to get
I remember that it was
a guy to replace Hef, and it never.
I remember
we could never get a guy.
Lantern. We didn't have Hef.
But I think that was just a normal kind of like he had something.
yeah,
But we
I
were
remember-
missing a lot of shit.
I do remember feeling like the band was about to break up, and whether I left or not.
Yeah.
And it was just like, am I going to keep devoting time to something that if it's not now, it's going to be in a month or two? Am I going to keep putting energy into something?
You were right.
Because like at that time, like, and it's a shame we couldn't get through it, but we just didn't have the fucking tool. We just didn't understand how to like compromise
and be
how
cool,
to figure things out. Like everyone had such great ideas that trying to compromise and fit things in, we just weren't good at that. And we were young kids.
Yeah, that's what it comes back to with me. Like everybody kind of to be that young, and, you kind of maybe you're feeling yourself or something, and maybe you think like, we can. I want to go play down with the cover bands and what they're doing, and they had a specific sound that we didn't quite have. And I remember myself looking back, I didn't respect the sound we had then. That it was something special. I thought maybe that it wasn't as good as that. And then looking back, it wasn't
as polished.
It wasn't as polished, but it was a different avenue that it would have got. Like you said, we were getting better as like players individually. It would have got itself to the lane it should have been in. And I mean, there was just kind of like, and there was excitement. I know myself, like I wanted to do original too, but I kind of wanted to do the cover thing too because there was excitement to me, like being down the shore at La Costa or the Lagoon and seeing like fucking 1,000 people there. Like I was like, whoa, like that's really exciting.
And
I would love to kind of, and the money was always good, but too. But I remember thinking like, for like ego reasons alone, like that would be exciting.
I'm surprised Pat did that whole fucking route, the Split Decision, or what did you guys do? The loop.
Pat, we did the loop. Pat and I, once we split, we tried to get a guy to replace for Hef, and it just didn't work out. We brought in 2 or 3 guys, and it just wasn't happening. So when we split, Billy Stott was like, "There's a spot if you and Pat want to jump into this thing."
I was so
and that was
pissed
that.
when
Yeah,
I found out about that.
Yeah, that was just kind of like that was done. So we jumped into that. So Pat and I were in the loop for a couple months, and then they kicked him out, and I stayed, and then Pat joined another band. And then we were kind of in the cover bands, he and I, different bands, but same management.
How long were you in the loop for?
3 years, 05 to 07. Yeah, 3 full years.
You made
And
good cash, probably.
it was good cash, but it was more. It was musically. I don't look back at it as something that like I got much like pleasure, or there was no lasting effect to that.
It's all phony.
But and not. But the people, like the crowds and stuff, and playing certain places like Gypsy Bar, like places I wouldn't have played. So I kind of. It was good for that. I got a little bit more polished as a singer, I guess. I don't know.
Jealous. I was so jealous.
Well, yeah, but at that point, I mean, did you both continue music at that point? Or did you take a year off and start playing again? Yeah. Well, you would have had to join another.
I tried Scarred Rose. I tried playing for them. They wanted me. I tried out for them, but
I don't know when I got back into it.
Yeah, because you took a little time off.
But then I got back into it playing
the
acoustic.
album.
That came years later. That was 2012.
Hey, HD, make sure BT's up in his mic.
I don't know when I started, but I started doing acoustic stuff shortly thereafter. Tom Thornton was like, "When are you going to start playing here?" And I was like, I will. I need a PA system." And he fronted the money for the PA, and I just worked.
Oh, he bought it? Nice.
Yeah. Maybe that was 2006. Maybe I took a break for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
Maybe a year, and I just started doing it. Started doing it again. I've been doing it ever since.
Yeah. So
what
like
do you do now? Weekends?
Yeah. Yeah, I was doing 6 nights a week before my son was born, dude.
I should have started playing
10 years
fucking
ago.
guitar, man.
That's the thing too. When people like say like, oh, it's you come, I'm like, at that point around 07 or 05 or whatever it was, the scene changed where like bands weren't playing someplace every night anymore, and bars, like I guess the economy crashed around 08. Owners didn't want to pay money anymore, so they were like, hey, how do we get like the light version of what you were? It's like, oh well, maybe we'll do it acoustic, and they're like, okay, great, we can pay $400 or $300 or $400 instead of $1,000. So that's kind of what happened. There wasn't like a thing where like anybody didn't want to. To this day, we always say like you'd rather play with a full band. It's funner.
Yeah,
you have a bunch of guys with you, but the money, it changed. It wasn't the same. We weren't dealing with the same kind of like template anymore.
You did pretty good though.
We did good. Yeah,
Yeah, you're doing good.
And we remember that gig at was it Cliffhangers?
Oh, shit, I forgot all about that
The fucking
bar.
owner said, God, he thought we were going to bring in like fucking 500 people or
It was
something. like that.
Cliffhangers.
No, it was WC Murphy's.
Oh, yeah.
But I know Cliffhangers. That was the bar that
It
was
was
right
the
here.
upstairs bar
yeah,
Yes, that's WC
in
Murphy's.
Havertown, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's WC Murphy's, right by the Starbucks there.
Yeah.
Yeah, McDonald's.
And the guy thought we were going to bring in a lot of people there. Like 2 people showed up.
I know.
And the
I
guy's
know.
like, "Yes, get the fuck out of here. I'll pay you. Just get the fuck out of here."
Yeah, we played one set.
Very cool.
We played one set and nobody was there. And then after that, and then me and Pat got in a fight because I'm like, growing up now. And Pat didn't start it. I'm like, growing up now. He's like, and he just didn't do it. So like, I'm like, I'll talk to you after the set. And then we got in a fight and he peeled off. But that was towards the end of it all. I remember because we used to pack Casey's and Frank Melvin would be all over booking us for that. So like the 3rd year, it was New Year's Eve and we're playing and we were kind of dying out or whatever. It was the end of us. And nobody showed up, and we were getting like $2,000 or $1,750 or something.
Like it was one
a
of
lot.
those shows where we set up at noon.
Yeah,
like we came
it was
in
a
early
big
to
deal.
set up.
It was a big deal, and about 20, 30 people were there. And I remember Frank just being like, "Oh my god!" And he paid us, but we were fighting at that point. Like it was everybody's
And Mike
fault.
was the businessman. Always had to go in there, even if there was 5 people that showed up, and we were charging fucking $1,500 or whatever.
Yeah,
Sorry, buddy, you got to pay us.
It's on, dude. That's
Mike,
on
you
them.
gotta, you got to go to them and get it.
yeah. It was tough. It was tough being a business. It was easy in the
I
beginning.
could never do that.
Because I felt like we were doing them a favor because of the places were packed, and you did it also. Like, but at the end when
We
we
were
were
Spinal Tap.
supposed to get money and they didn't want to pay it, it was like shit, man. Like yeah, and like sometimes I remember I was a hard ass to the guy at RP's Williams, and he was a hard ass right back to me, and I never had that before, and I was like, okay. Then I had to go back to you guys and be like, yeah, we didn't get 1,000, we got 700. And I remember you guys like, that wasn't I remember you saying something like, that's not what we agreed to. I'm like, dude, you talk to him then. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what to do. I'm not,
We fought
Easy
every-
to say that from the
we
stage.
fought every
dude.
night.
yeah. So that's, and after I was in the loop, that was like, and I played acoustic with Pat. So I got back together with Pat, and we always did like a kind of Thugfolk thing. Like when we played acoustic together, it was just kind of like, it all started with that band, and everything I've done, and I don't know about what you've done since, it came from the popularity, or at least the eyeballs from that special thing.
Yeah.
And
it's
then
still
20
going.
years later, 15, 20 years later, the story starts there, and then it kind of goes on to like, what we've done solo and all that. It'd be great to play with a bunch of people, but now it's like we said, we were playing duos and stuff. Then the scene went so bad that now you can play solo and hope to get a couple $100,
Yeah.
So it's not the same thing. People
I'm
aren't going
dying
out
to do
like that.
another
Oh, we should.
reunion like at the
Maggie
casino
O'Neill.
that we did.
We did that, and we did Maggie O'Neill's too.
We didn't have Pat.
Yeah.
We would obviously have to have Pat.
Yeah, Pat's living
That
in
was an
Atlanta
awesome
now. I
time.
talked to him today.
He's a fucking weird dude. He's fucking, what's he do? Like, what's he get up? Like, I'm going to Atlanta.
That's a different dude. I lived with
could
Pat.
never do
we
that. God
we
bless
lived together when we were playing acoustic together, and we lived
Yeah, I
in
was there.
Fishtown. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I never met a guy like that. He could live off 100. I remember he had like $150 in the beginning of the month, and like it was like the 22nd or 23rd of the same month, and he had like 111.
that's
bucks.
like 2 days of smokes for me.
Yeah, I'm like, what? He's like, dude, he ate nuts like cashews. Like he would eat that, and then he would just kind of drink water. Like he didn't need money to live. Where me, like I need like $200 to survive every day. Like
yeah.
he needed nothing, and I was just like, wow, I wish I could be like that. So his
So he gets said, I'm moving to Atlanta. Fuck it.
no, he's got an old lady, and she's a doctor.
He must have what, like 5,000 songs now?
Dude, he would write songs, and from living with him, I'd hear him. I'm like, dude, why don't you put that out right now? Like, just put it on just the rough copy, and he would just it's
Nope,
buried. They're buried. These good songs
Yeah.
are just buried on his computer.
That's crazy. And he must have so many of them.
He's
dude.
probably he's got
It's just
it.
what he does.
It's
He
what he does, yeah.
overanalyzes his fucking songs.
Yeah,
But
he
not to the
thinks-
point where he can't crank them out. Like
Yeah,
I
he-
could say I overanalyze. It's why I never finish anything anymore. Right? He might overanalyze. He's into it, but he still cranks them out.
Yeah,
So it doesn't paralyze him. which is
yeah, I
good.
mean,
But I don't
he
think he
keeps
wants
going.
to put it out until it's.
He doesn't, and in the end, doesn't
Just
put
put
it
the
out.
fucking song out.
Yeah, he
dude.
doesn't have that personality to where like me, like I'll have like a good idea and I'll fucking push that like and it's not even done yet. It's like not 30 or a minute long. I'm like, oh, listen to this. If it's not what he thinks is good, what he should be doing is playing music and he's not. So like, but you know,
So,
I don't know
oh,
where
he's
he's
not
at.
playing?
He's not playing music. He's
So his old lady, I guess she had a job in Atlanta.
he was in Texas, San Antonio, and is like a traveling doctor. So he's got a life there. I think he was going
She's
back
probably a model too. Isn't she?
she's a good looking girl.
All ladies are models.
Yeah, she's a good looking girl. She I don't know. Like I know he's going to school for a little while,
I can never
and
move to
so,
Atlanta.
but like music, I just don't think is. I think he just writes his own music, and I know he was in the cover bands too, also, and I think he got burnt out by it. He didn't really like it.
Yeah.
It's a tough thing to do for years and years
It ends
and
up
years.
being a job. Like
It ends up
anything
being a
else.
I'm
job.
surprised he lasts 3 years
It's
with
all-
the loop.
He lasted like less than a year, but then he was in
Oh,
Loudmouth.
okay.
But then he was in Burnt Sienna and all that. But he's a guy that can't fake it. I could fake it. You know, I could put a smile on and
You
act
are
like,
funny.
I could do it. Thank you.
You're a big
But nobody hears you. So can you talk louder?
Oh, really?
Yeah, you got to talk.
Fuck, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
talk like how we're talking. Because that was a good line.
Yeah,
People would have laughed.
that's probably good.
Yeah. But
Mike's a big fucking phony.
you got to say
Oh,
it
I'm
louder.
sorry. Fuck,
Come
dude.
on.
All right, man.
That's a good joke.
Sorry.
But yeah, I could do it like that and just know what it is. It's a fucking job, you
Yeah.
know? So like, just put the job face on. But, and then Jersey John, anybody talk to him? He was our bass player.
The last I talked to him, it was like COVID, and his girl called trying to get the band together to play his party, but the party was in like 3 days. Like it was unrealistically short notice to
Yeah.
do anything. And like I know you and I had gigs.
I
we
said
couldn't do
yes.
it. Yeah. Dude, if I didn't have anything going on, I loved the idea.
You said though no. I think Mike said yes.
I couldn't do it. I had a gig.
He would a gig.
You should have canceled that. How dare you?
It was something I couldn't. It wasn't like a normal
Yeah,
Fuck
it was
them
like a
people.
fucking-
Fuck,
private or something.
fuck them people.
It was very short notice. It was very short notice.
Yeah.
But I'd be down. We did our Thugfolk 3 stuff a couple times.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. When we would play brewskis and stuff like that, we would do like the Thanksgiving Eve kind of stuff. But that's another thing. Like, got to a point where, like, where were we going to go from it? And there wasn't a lot of gigs coming from it. Like, we had that. And then, like,
There's some stages in this area that we could do a Thugfolk reunion on. We'll talk about it off mic.
Yeah.
But there's some stuff that we could plan in the future.
Yeah,
That'd be really
I would-
fun. And meaningful.
Absolutely, man. I loved it. Like, I love those Thugfolk 3 things.
That casino night was awesome.
Awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was. Did you hear about Brower? He got ran over by his truck.
What?
This was like a month.
dead?
ago. No. It's probably knowing him. It's some insurance scam.
No, I saw his legs mangled.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. I
That's
saw the
fucking
truck.
hilarious.
Hey, dude, yeah, he
I'm
was.
only kidding.
See the meat, dude.
He lives down in Sea Isle all year round. So something happened, and his truck went out of gear, and it ran over his legs, and he's been in the hospital for like a month or two.
His truck ran on a gear. I don't.
When a truck goes out of gear, like it slips out and goes into like neutral or drive.
But how does he fall out of the car?
He was out of the car for some. I don't know. I don't know how it
shady,
happened.
bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, but yeah,
But
he
is
got
he
fucked
okay,
up.
or-
He's okay. Yeah, he's gonna live. But that gig was at
I loved it, man.
at Harris Chester.
I fucked up Fix You.
What's
Yeah, I
Fix
don't
You? What
remember.
song's that?
That's the Coldplay one.
The Coldplay one.
We closed with it.
Before the outro, I added like 2 extra bars to the fucking part, and we didn't catch on.
Kind of
I
like
remember though we had more fans there than the actual main. Wasn't there a main event?
there was the band that played last was the band that had like the drums and all. They set up all the gear and we played on their gear, and we had the most
Was it
people.
52
It was
pickup?
52 pickup. Yeah,
They did like a reunion thing.
And
yeah,
they
they
were-
did a reunion
yeah.
thing, and they were
a big band.
They're a big cover band. Yeah,
And I fucked that guy's snare
you
drum up.
bled- you- dude, you bled all over it.
He
Yeah,
looked at
oh.
me like, I'm like, sorry, brother. He looked at me, he's like, fuck, man. You
Yeah, I
fucked up my
remember his hand started bleeding. So by the time 52 pickup, like BT's blood was all over the snare fucking drum. I
It
know.
was
It's
all,
AIDS
it was
blood,
all
too.
indented. Absolutely AIDS. Fucking HPV. Fucking everything.
Well, as HPV, men were the hosts.
We all had it.
Yeah, I had it.
Delco
yeah.
is
yeah.
called HPV. Delco.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's all good.
You can't
So you're
spell
gonna
Delco
live.
without HPV. It's just those letters are silent.
They're silent, exactly. Yeah, but that was a good that was
What year was that?
That was the last time we kind of played. I think.
2016?
17, I believe. Yeah, that was
That
the last
was
time I
awesome.
think we played.
And
With John,
who
right?
was the piano guy?
Mike Boyce.
Mike Boyce. Yeah.
Mike Boyce came in
Nicest
for
guy
Pat.
in the world.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
talented, dude.
Learned
Came
our
in.
music.
Well, you know, it's kind of, you know, as good as Mike Boyce is, it kind of proves how good Pat is.
Yeah.
With actor, he's like, dude, I can't catch this fucking thing he's doing. And Mike, he's been playing forever.
Mike Boyce
and Mike Boyce
is
is
a great musician.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's not as talented, but Pat was a talented
We
piano
still did
player.
that song though.
We did it. We did it, but there was just a, you know, a certain
He
rhythm.
modified it in a
He
very
modified it.
tasteful
It was-
way that sounded great.
yeah,
It
it's
just
not
wasn't the
perfect.
exact thing.
Yeah,
Pat was
but
doing.
I'm saying that more in a way that he gave Pat props one time. He
Yes.
told me, he's like, "Yo, dude, what he's doing here, like, is just, I can't." And I'm like, "Oh, it's cool. I would have loved to have Pat come." But after we stopped playing, it was always tough to get Pat to come back on board on reunions and stuff, which was upsetting. Which, you know, I always thought was upsetting because all of us kind of honored what it was and, you know, showed the respect. Like, I thought as time would go by, we'd all show it the respect it deserved. And I'm not saying, you know, he didn't think it was cool, but, like, you know, I remember after the Maggies, he's like, never again. I'm like,
It's almost
why?
like he's
I'm like,
above it. He's above
well,
it.
you know, I'm not talking shit on it. I'm just saying, like, I don't understand that thing. And I think it deserved more of, like, it was good. That Megan O'Neill's was great. Like, I don't know why. Like, it was something at that point. He was like, never again. I was like, you know.
You would have thought there'd be some kind of afterglow after that.
Some
I mean,
afterglow,
I know.
yeah. Or, like, you know, just respect for.
Especially now as you're getting older, like you know, reach out and be like, "Oh, you guys
Stuff
wanna-
to look
you guys
forward
wanna
to,
meet
and
out?
like
You guys
cool
wanna meet
stuff
up?"
is fewer and further between
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So if you can create that shit.
Yes, and
I'm
as
almost
you said,
dead soon,
as
man.
you get older and like you realize more, like, okay, we don't play all the time, so there's going to be mistakes and stuff. It's not going to be perfect.
We're not U2 and Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
And-
Pat. Like we're not.
And we have an excuse, like we don't play it just so, like, just let that roll off your back.
Yeah.
So for whatever reason, it wasn't something in which, you know, everybody has their opinion, and that's cool. But, like, you know, I was always like, oh man, after that, I'd be like, fuck, I'm not even asking them.
Like I'll play right now. Like fucking.
Do you play? You play every day?
No, the drum set's at Matt's house.
Okay.
Matt and his.
Well, you were playing every day. You have an electric set, so you can play.
No, that's gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shit.
That's gone.
Do you have a kit?
Yeah, it's at my brother's house, Matty T.
Oh.
Yeah, that.
So I play like once, twice a week.
Yeah,
But
that's-
I get all bummed out because I see all these people on YouTube and shit playing. I don't know how to use my hands. The
No, what do you mean by that? Like your wrists?
The roll, like the,
Like 16ths, one-handed?
just they use their fingers like that. I can't do that. I see all these fucking drummers doing it, and it fucks me up. And
So what does that mean? Like you're more like
I'm more of just
straight-
a straight fucking, you know, like a Nirvana, Dave Grohl.
yeah,
fucking
and you're an
guy.
interesting drummer too because you play different. Your set's set up differently. You're a lefty.
I'm left-handed,
That
but
doesn't play. That plays a right-handed set.
Right.
So you're what's that called? Open hand drumming.
Yeah.
And you also set up your cymbals weird. You have them like all.
Everything's on the left.
Okay, yeah, and that's because you're left-handed.
Right.
Oh no
You
shit.
get the big crash from them that way, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Do you use
the
the floor?
signature BT, big crash?
You use the floor tom?
Never.
Never.
But I'm starting to now.
I remember. You
'Cause
used
I'm trying to learn
you-
jazz.
You used to put your beer on.
I'm trying to learn jazz.
No shit.
Nice.
If you can play jazz, you can
Yeah.
do anything.
That's like that's where drumming is like. If you're a jazz drummer.
That's a lot
And
of
that
that.
Phil Collins,
Yeah, that's a
Phil
lot of the
Collins, you guys were talking about the drummers.
The documentary,
Phil
right?
Collins'
Yeah.
son is fucking fantastic.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you see Genesis when they
Amazing.
came around?
Yeah, I saw him in 2008.
What was
Oh,
that?
yeah?
And
It was
good?
awesome, incredible. Yeah,
Did he play or did he just sing?
he still played.
And did he sit when he sang? Because I
no, he stood. This
He
is
stood.
this is like 2008.
okay, so this wasn't the
So
last.
he was still
one.
good.
Okay.
He was still all right. Yeah, this
Yeah.
wasn't the last one. This is like 2008.
Why is he? Is he sick? I mean, he's not that old. I mean,
He looks
sick.
awful.
He's sick.
He
Okay.
looks
Yeah,
awful.
yeah,
Something's going on with him.
He's
They
like
say-
terminal cancer or something.
They say like he's all fucked up from like hitting the crash cymbals. Like
I think he's got a disease. I don't think it's
yeah, I
physical.
think
Right.
it's more. Yeah, it's got to be because he's not that old.
he wasn't even talking to his son in that interview in the documentary.
Uh-huh.
You see that?
Yeah.
yeah,
It was sad, man. But
That
his
was kind
son,
of crazy how they still had to tour him around like a piece of meat for that last tour and just sit him in a chair
Yeah.
for the
Yeah,
night.
yeah.
Dude probably needed his bed and his house.
That's kind of like the Ozzy. Did you see the Ozzy the last show before he died? Like he played that
that tribute thing?
the tribute thing, and he played for the last it was the last gig. He died like 5-6 days later, but it was probably cool. You know, because it was Ozzy seeing him one last time, but like, oh man, they did War Pigs, and he was completely out of key. He was sitting down the whole time. I'm like, oh man, sometimes you just hang it.
did he write his own song, Ozzy?
Lyrics.
Lyrics.
He did?
Yeah.
Lyrics, but not the music. I think Tony Iommi wrote the music.
Yeah.
and he's
He
like
always,
known
he
for
always
his
had
riffs.
his music guys, whether it was
Yeah.
Tony Iommi
I don't
or,
respect guys who don't write their own.
Dude, I'm with you.
Like
I'm with you too.
Like Elton and stuff. He had that guy that made all
Bernie
his songs.
Taupin.
And he made all his
I don't
melodies.
respect. I can't.
But
respect
I mean, at least Elton,
Obviously, I love Elton.
At least Elton made his music.
Right, I love Elton.
Yeah, and I felt that same way about guys in cover bands when we came from Thugfolk, and then I went to the cover band thing. There were a lot of guys that were just singers, and I would just be like, no,
If
like
you can't make your own song. You're
yeah.
not, I could never make it my own song.
Yeah, dude.
I give you guys a lot of respect.
I just think
A lot of respect.
Yeah, thank you. And I think that that's just is awesome that like when people do it both, but like if you don't do the one part, or if you just don't put the man hours in, like there we've known people that kind of just
when
come
you're
in.
singing, it's fairly natural, and it's kind of like you're born. It's already kind of there. Maybe you work to hone it, but it's kind of already there.
Need a
It's
beer,
like,
BT?
but if you're not playing a guitar or a keys or something,
Yeah,
it's
it's
kind of
like
like you didn't really put the
you
time in
cheated.
to kind of
Yeah,
like
it's like you're doing
flesh it out.
Yeah, it's not karaoke. Like this
Yes.
is more, you know. Yeah, but I always felt that way. Unless you had a really good voice, then I'd be like, okay, that's kind of like an instrument. But like some people that were just decent singers, I'd be like, no, if you don't play guitar, you got to have something to accompany your voice with. You know. What are you listening to now?
Oh my God, I cried 3 times. Fucking.
You're a big crier. You cried a lot
Oh
today?
my God,
I'm a crier too. Holidays too.
"Celebrate Me Home" by
By?
Kenny Loggins. I listened to that on the way here. Cried my eyes out. Fucking, what's the other song? What is it? Whitney Houston. I'm gonna run to you.
Yeah,
From The
I love that,
Bodyguard.
dude.
Yeah.
Fucking cried my. I cry. Oh my God. And there was another song. "View to Kill" is one of the greatest songs of all time. By the way, Duran Duran.
Duran Duran.
It's my
The Bond
top 10.
soundtrack, "View to a Kill."
Yes, but yeah, I cry a lot to fucking songs.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Jungle Land. I was at the beer distributor, and that came on, and that song was
That's a beautiful
That
song.
song was me and my old lady's song.
Were you crying in the beer distributor, or did you take it outside?
No, I sat in my
I'm
car.
sorry, sir.
I
I'm
sat-
sorry, sir. We can't
I
serve
sat,
you.
I sat in my
Yeah.
car before I fucking wiped the tears away. Then I didn't want to look weird and shit. But that was me and my old lady's song. So
Jungle Land.
yeah,
The outro's the best. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's it's tough with women. It's just
guys, I
But
went,
the next, there's always tomorrow, I guess, whatever.
I went on a date with this broad, right?
Mm-hmm.
To switch it up. She, I think it was like fucking Facebook dating or something, and she's cute and all, and then she said something like in a text about like she likes to swap, when you're drinking your beer,
Yeah.
swap or whatever.
Yeah.
But she didn't mean it like that, so I took it that way that she did. Whatever. So whatever.
What,
So-
like she likes to swallow?
is that bad?
No, say whatever you want.
There you say what? Yeah.
So whatever. So we were like, all right, let's meet up. So she picks this place called
Dick suckers.
it's in Conshohocken or something like that. Dog Cafe. Does that
Okay.
make Dog Cafe?
White Dog Cafe?
White Dog fucking Cafe.
Yeah.
It looks like a fucking house in fucking Riddler.
Radnor.
Yeah. So we go there, and she I'm all nervous and shit. So we're sitting next to these people, right, and she goes and tells me that she has this disease where all her fucking bones break like every fucking day.
Oh, she's
Like,
brittle?
literally.
Yeah.
Literally, she has to go to the fucking doctor every other day because something breaks.
Breaks.
Like, she's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, I'm ready to cry. I was ready. I'm like, dude, I'll marry you. I'll take care of you, bro. I'm a fucking loyal dude. And so then I thought it sounded like she was, not to go in politics or anything, it sounded like she liked this one guy I liked, in the politics. And then she's like, no, I don't like him. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. So I'm like, can we go to the bar? Because people were just fucking staring at us. Because they obviously knew that we were on a fucking first date.
Yeah.
It's fucking awful.
Yeah.
And
People can tell.
They were 3 fucking feet away from me, and they were just fucking staring at me. Stop staring at me, dude. I'm like, can we go to the bar, hon? She's like, okay, we go to the bar. We go to the bar.
How
So
long?
we
When
go
was
to-
this?
So we go to the bar.
Celine.
4 months ago, we go to the bar, and I get a drink. I get her a drink. She goes, I got to go to the bathroom, and she fucking, she doesn't come back.
No way.
She
Doesn't
did
come
the way,
back.
dude.
But I was so happy she
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
yeah.
but in another sense, I'm like, dude, I just got dumped by a fucking broad
Whose
like
bones break every day.
whose fucking arm is fucking hanging.
She's brittle.
Yeah.
And, her leg was fucking in the fucking bathroom. It fell off. I'm like, I can't get that.
Wow.
Oh,
Dude, that's
My fucking confidence was fucking shot.
How long did you stay after, like, when
I
you
stayed for a good 10 minutes.
and then you're like,
I paid the tab. I'm like,
and
all
then
right.
realized that
She didn't come back. She didn't say, hey, this ain't working out. Nothing. She fucking left. I didn't do anything.
just sit at the
weird.
bar and rip some
I
liquor?
said, well, no, I had one beer. I'm like, thank God. It was a $14 tab. I got her a drink, myself a drink.
How
She
fast-
hated me. She hated me that much.
how long did you talk, like, before that? Like,
were
10
talking-
minutes, 20 minutes?
Yeah,
Or?
20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't do anything weird or anything. This is fucking,
Oh, shit.
I don't,
That's,
that destroyed my confidence.
Yeah.
You know, I'm fucking picking up her legs and her arm, you know, fucking
Sometimes,
dangling
like,
from her fucking body. And I
Sometimes
can't.
I wonder, like, even with myself, like, is it more like confidence and an ego thing with me, like rejection? Like, I'm like, was I that hurt by that, or am I hurt by my ego and rejection? Like, if I, you know, in times where you get rejected or you get dumped or something like that, sometimes I wonder, like, I'm like, was I that into it, or am I just so fucking, like, my pride is so hurt?
You feel like you don't match up. Like you feel, like you feel inadequate.
You feel inadequate, or you feel, and I can be like, you know, very hard on myself. So like, I'll be like, oh my God, like maybe I am awful. Yeah, maybe I am awful. Like, you know, like that. So like I constantly ask myself, I'm like, was I that into it, or is it just the rejection and pain that someone doesn't like me that bothers me so much? And I've come to the conclusion that it is. I think it's more that I'm like that rejection.
Put a couple coffee ones in for you.
Oh, Dad, give me one or two.
I see some
It's
people
great.
that have
Thanks.
like wives and shit. I'm like, this fucking guy has a what?
Yeah.
And
You know what?
I look like fucking
You know,
Brad Pitt, and
how old are
I
you?
can't get a fucking.
You're 45, right?
Yeah.
I'm 43, and it's harder now. When
It's
you're
awful.
older, yeah. I mean, when we
Because
were in our 20s, we went out and we could find it because we all went out. But now you don't go out.
And now every fucking broad is fucking divorced, right? They have 3 kids.
Mm-hmm.
The dad, you know, nowhere to be found most of the time, not all the time.
But
whatever.
you know, but you can, yeah. But you,
so the mom can't go out because she has to take care of the fucking kids.
It's different,
So
yeah.
she's divorced.
Dating's different.
And she has to stay in all the time. So she's not going out, and that's most of Delco or
Yeah.
half of Delco, whatever.
yeah. But you know, I always said too. Also, like if they don't have kids, it's something weird anyway. So every
Red
girl
flag.
you're going to find in your 40s,
I remember you guys talking about that.
every girl you're going to find in your 40s should have a kid or two, or else like why?
I know.
What did you do? Like, where were you in your 20s?
I might adopt a kid just to
see that. So
That worked
like,
out
listen,
great
I have
in
a
Big
fucking
Daddy,
kid.
dude.
I have a kid, dude.
Yeah, look, somebody loves me.
You know,
You know, but I always think that too.
But
Like,
you guys said that it looks worse when a woman if they don't have a kid or married. You're like, what's
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I feel.
But I actually love it because I'm like, nice. This girl can fucking go out and spend time with me because daughters ruin fucking relationships. They fucking destroy them.
Yeah, dude.
Just destroy them. Oh, God.
yeah?
It's tough as a dater.
Mom,
yeah.
mom,
Yeah,
mom,
it's-
mom, take me here, mom.
It's tough because it's tough. Like when you're dating, but like I almost find it's like it's I don't know. It's just different. Like, you know, it's tough when there's kids, but it's cool too when, you know, in the good times and all that.
You got to
But
like win their approval too.
you got to
It's a
win their
higher-
approval.
higher-
And,
higher
and you got to
difficulty
watch.
these
You got to
days.
watch what you say because you think you become like almost a family member, and you can say certain things, and it's all out of love, and then like it could be taken away that like they always have that last card saying like, who the fuck are you?
Even if their dad was a fuck up, and like you're trying to teach them all these things, they will still go to that fuck up dad and say, "You're not my fucking dad." You know,
That's wild.
Well, it's just tough.
Higher level of difficulty.
Yeah, and
More booby
it's just a
traps.
different game, dude. I mean, it was easy for us when we went out. We could go out and like you'd meet somebody right, but every time you break up or whatever, and as the older you get, it gets harder. It
and
gets
younger
harder and harder.
broads now, if they look at if they look at me, they're this guy's fucking like 60 years old. You know,
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't think
even-
I look good, and then the younger girls just don't go.
It's just a different scene now, and people aren't going out.
No
as
one's
much
going
as
out.
they
Everyone's
used
looking at
to.
their
So
phone.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're on their
Technology
phones.
No one's hanging out.
Technology
Nobody's
ruined everything.
Yep,
Yeah,
Ruined
sure
everything.
did.
So you almost have to play the game. Like you said, Facebook dating and stuff like that. I opened a Bumble account and like I did it before and I did well, you know, but like on it, I did okay. Like I'd meet a couple and go out and all that, but I didn't, nothing meaningful. Anybody I ever met that I really relationship with, I knew them somehow organically. Like I wasn't met off of a site.
Right.
I knew like people they knew, or we grew up and had mutual friends or something
That's
like
the way
that.
to
That's
do
the
it.
only way it
That's the way to
works.
do it. Yes.
If there's none of that, then there's no connection. There's nothing to talk about. There's not
Because
like,
here's the thing, because you go on Facebook dating, whatever, and like if you send like a love emoji saying like I love that statement, that girl could make this guy's fucking weird.
This guy's clinging too
why,
fast.
Yeah, why did he do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
And
you,
I'm going,
can't tell intent. You can't tell someone's intent.
I'm like,
by-
dude, I'm just saying, like, I got your message because she sent me a voice, like a message, like an audio.
Uh-huh.
Like, hey, I'm working at the gym. I'll text you when I'll get back. And then I put a love emoji saying, just like knowing I acknowledge
or
it.
just
Yeah.
something
So
nice.
she's probably looking at it like, this guy's a fucking freak. I'm like, no.
Dude,
I was-
yeah, it's you got to meet organically.
One text and he's fuck your life.
Yeah,
You know?
and it's cool. Like like you can meet them off of those sites and stuff, but like unless you know to certain people to where they can like do their background on you, you can do their background on them, and you're not totally meeting like a stranger.
And
like,
you're also having 10 people vet the other one
vet the
because
other
everyone
one.
knows.
Yeah. So it's like dating is it's a vetting game now. It's like
It's
totally.
awful. It's awful.
But
It is, and it's always been just an interview, or it's
an
an
interview.
interview. Are we gonna fuck? Is what a first date is, and
Yeah.
it's like it's a
Just
lot,
yeah,
dude.
just listen, hey, how you doing? Let's meet at this
You gotta
bar.
pretend to talk
Let's
about
meet at this
comic
bar.
books and
we'll meet at this bar. We'll have a
sunsets.
drink. If you like me, I like you. You know?
Yeah, I saw you. You're at my gig on
Brewski's.
Sunday.
Yeah.
I saw you,
BT
yeah.
had on the town.
Yeah, dude, it was mob there.
Where?
At Brewski's.
Nice.
Yeah, it was the Eagles
The
played,
Eagles won, yeah.
and it was Peg's last Sunday there. Shout out Peg.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shout out Peg.
Yeah, she was the Sunday bartender for the years I played there. A lot of those years.
What's she going to do?
She still works there, but she's got a job where she needs to be up in the morning, so
Gotcha.
she's giving up the night. But I noticed that. Like I thought for a second, I'm like, you were dressed to kill. You look good, and
Always.
I'm a single.
good tonight.
I'm a single.
Always.
I'm a single guy, and like I just kind of looked around. I'm like, I don't even know this.
You were eyeing me up.
I was, and but I don't even know the climate
I'll suck
anymore
you
to
off,
kind of
like-
like.
For those not listening, or for those listening and not watching, BT looks great.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm a big watcher. You two guys are listeners. You say you listen more than you watch the pod, if you even watch it. I'm not even sure.
Yeah,
you do.
yeah. I listen.
Yeah. I'm a watcher.
I
'cause
just know they only show short clips, though. I
no,
see.
they show both. You got to go to the site. The short clips
I'm
are the
not
only
good
ones
with
that
the
pop
internet.
up. They pop up as like reels. The short clips.
Yeah.
You know.
They're just meant to be kind of like little advertisements for the whole show.
I got you.
But the whole show, you're finding it on podcasts, which is great. Apple Podcasts is fine.
Yeah.
Spotify's the other audio.
Yeah, the blue.
But like all
it's a
these are
blue
videos
icon.
on, like there's these cameras sitting around. All these are on YouTube
Yeah.
too.
It's all different like angles and shit.
I like it.
So what's up? What's 2026 look like for you?
Yeah, this is
going
our New
into
Year's
it?
episode.
Yeah, New Year's. Yeah. So what?
Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
2026 when this comes out.
Yeah, you got any plans for the new year?
Dude, I'm going to continue losing weight, man. I'm down to like 256.
I noticed you looked a
I'm
little
256.
thinner.
I'm doing the same shit that I've been talking about. It
Yeah.
just took some time. I'm 256 now.
That's
Yeah, I
light
was
for
down
you.
from 270 a week after coming back from Aruba.
You don't look. You look like you're like 220. I don't
My
get
ass
that.
and my
He's got
thighs,
thighs.
dude, are huge.
Yeah, but I noticed.
My
Yeah, I
back,
noticed you're
stomach.
thinner. I noticed when you
Yeah,
walked
my
in.
face getting thinner. Like it
Yeah.
kind of happens that way.
Yeah, I
But
gained.
Yeah, I'm doing the same shit I did.
gained, but I'm kind of like.
I'm on the right track.
Let me. My New
Just
Year,
don't eat, guys.
my New Year's resolution. Yeah, you're thin
Yeah,
because you
Just
don't eat.
eat one time at night. That's it.
Yeah, you're
Don't
right.
eat. Don't eat all day or night. Just drink.
With
and then
me too. I got to move, but yeah, I wrote these down for the first time. All
All
right.
right.
My 3 resolutions.
Oh boy.
2026. Run. Push-ups, sit-ups, self-care.
Nice.
Now run. I'm not ready for that. Right. So I'm gonna have to walk like for an hour for the first month.
Yeah.
But then by February 1st, I want to be, a mile a night. This is
Okay.
every day.
Okay.
Number 2, write songs. There's no reason why I shouldn't. There's plenty of time in the day. It's something that, that can exercise my brain, or it can keep, downtime where you're just not doing anything. You're doing something that you can
Yes.
go back on. 3, to be present in my relationships, family and friends.
Yeah.
Instead of just kind of
impossible
like,
for you.
I know, no,
That's impossible for
but I
you.
know, but that's,
I'm not
that's,
trying to be an asshole.
no, but I understand what you're saying. I'm someone that's quick to,
Like you hate
Run
talking
away,
on the
yeah,
phone.
exactly.
Like you fucking hate it.
exactly, like get away. Like I just like I get uncomfortable and like I just kind of need to retreat.
Yeah.
But I need to be present in my relationship with my fam, like because you never want your parents to get older or your siblings and stuff, and like all you have is memories and stuff like. And I don't want it always to be like, oh my God, he was down and out, like he was going, like it's Mike was upset and everybody was like, I don't want to be that. I want to be in their story too. I don't want to be like. Always kind of worried. You don't need to worry about me because when we're having conversations, I want you to go back and remember something I said, or like when you said something to me, I listened and I sat with it and I know I'm not good at that. And I was told by like my uncle, who I'm very close to, said something like, like I've noticed with you, like, the only thing I've noticed is that like you're quick, you're not all there. Like, your mind's on something else. Like, when you're talking and you're kind of, looking for like a way out of the conversation, or just a way to get back to like your safe zone.
You kicked me out of your apartment one time. Like I was trying to hang out like the whole time,
know,
and like you kicked me out after like 10 minutes. I'm like,
I know.
Right, dude, I gotta get a shower. You gotta get out of here. I'm like, wow.
I've never been good at that, but like the first, you recognize things like that, and like I do recognize it, it's something that like as another year goes by and you're wondering like, oh, why am I in this rut?
You used to be completely opposite though.
That was years ago. That's what I mean. But
what do you think made that happen?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like time,
evolution.
But like at the same time, shit happens in life, and you just gotta like, if shit's not going the right way, you gotta recognize it and at least put it down and want to change it. But instead of just saying like, like, oh, like that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
So like that's one of the things like that I can like, in 2026, just kind of like, be it like a show or something like that, or like go to something to where like, you have something to say the next day about what yesterday was like instead of just another thing. I think do stuff. And then I just said, that's the key to happiness in 2026.
If you're with a girlfriend, do you do the same thing like you did to me? Like
no,
you gotta get the fuck out of here, bro. Like,
no. When I was with girlfriends, it was, everything was good, good enough to, I thought at the time, maybe I wasn't perfect, but that's what I realized. Like for what, you get upset about things and like, relationships and they don't work out, but like, I'm very introspective. Like after like the initial period of being hurt, it's like, what did you do? Like, I'm kind of at that point now to where like, I'm like, maybe I wasn't great. Maybe that there were certain things where like I could have been happier or like did that something and I didn't.
I still think I'm great though.
Yeah, I think
my thing is I raised my voice.
Yeah, I think that you really need to like, and I'm no expert, but I just think that recognizing the shit that you can do to get better is the first step. And I really just like, I never do fucking resolutions. That's why this year, like the fact that I even wrote it down, like I'm going to start.
So we're going to knock them dead in 2026.
We're knocking dead too. And we have this site, we have this podcast to where like I'm held accountable. I'm also one of those people that doesn't like to say things and then not do them because I don't want to look like that guy that didn't do them.
And you don't want people to bust your balls and shit.
Well, the older I get, nobody's even around anyway. It's just, that's
I'm
what
making
I've
no resolutions. I'm not quitting.
Yeah, that's what I also realized. Like there is no people busting my balls. Like the older you get, like it's just me every day.
It's just you at this
it's just
point.
me. So like I'm always letting myself down by not being like what I want to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm not really worried about other people. I'm finally sick of like doing things the way I always did them.
Yeah. I want to get down to like 225.
That's a thing. That's light for you.
Yeah. I mean, I want to be healthier, dude. Like, I don't want to be fucking out of breath and shit, like trying to like play with Michael.
You got
and
kids.
Shit. Yeah, dude. And like, I don't want to be snoring like I do. Whatever. There's that. I want to write songs too. And I guess the best way to do that is kind of have like a deadline, like one a quarter or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to read more. And
I think it's
audio,
also
I can think of.
Audio read?
No. Are you an audio? My dad's an audiobook guy.
I'm not.
It's the same
I
thing,
zone
though,
out. It's
right?
not for me. I zone out. Like if I'm playing it in my car, I zone out and I just stop paying attention to it.
Oh, I thought you would zone out if you read the book.
No. I'm better at that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And with the writing songs thing, it's like not even about writing the best song either. I think it's more like there's so much time, and I look back at 2025 and prior, like where like I'm just not doing much of anything, and then I could have just put a dog shit song down.
Be on my
paper.
phone way less.
Be on my phone.
That's the key to everything I want to do.
Yeah. So be on the phone less. I mean, that's huge because I don't even think about that.
I deleted Facebook. I still have Reddit.
Yeah,
I still have Instagram, but I deleted Facebook.
Yeah.
I like Reddit, and I like
Reddit's cool.
I like
'cause
Instagram.
I think with Reddit you get the pulse of what people really think.
outside of Delco, but like you still need Instagram to kind of keep in touch with Delco.
And with
I
your
feel.
gigs, I've told you a few times,
Yeah.
like when you give it up, I'm like, Heff, you never know who's calling me. Like, oh, I saw you here.
Right.
Would you like to play this cocktail hour?
Right.
You always want to keep away from.
I got a
people.
last minute New Year's Eve for tomorrow night. Down in Mears.
Nice.
9 to
Nice.
12.
Yeah, I'm playing a gig in
It's
Jersey.
a great thing you guys have, man.
It's not.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
just
it is
popped
nice.
up.
It's a good.
Like, even if you guys lost your job, you guys have
always happens all the time.
Yeah.
And you guys probably make more money doing. I don't know what you make, but
Back in the day, yeah, but when
fucking
there was a
awesome.
lot of gigs, but still, it's a great kind of thing to kind of keep you getting extra money.
I can't go to Tommy and go, Tommy, can I play a fucking drum solo at Brewski's
can I play,
and give me fucking 300?
Like
Bullshit.
I look at my guitar now, and like I don't know. I don't want to fuck up the math too bad, but like I'm looking at it, and I'm like, you've made me how many hundreds of thousands of dollars, right?
Yeah.
300 times 3 is 1,000. I've done that 100 times. Like, I don't, probably like $200,000 our guitars have made us over the years.
Right.
If not more.
So I just want to, you know, on that point, like with we were saying, like George Bush, President George Bush, you know, after he was done being a president, which was like 08 or 04, I forget, he started painting, right? And he had a quote that was great. And if you look up his painting, it's actually really good. He's like, dude, he never painted. And he's like, education and learning should never just stop because you're done high school or done college. He's like, learning is a lifelong process. So I kind of like hit a chord with me. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, that's right. That's true. Who says just because you're fucking old, you can't start something new? Like he started doing that. He was probably in his mid 70s when he was done being a president. In the last 20 years or 15 years, he's become a painter and he has paintings and all that. If you check it out on Google, he's really good. He only started that in his 70s because he took something on to kind of not waste his time doing like nothing and shit that I do. I waste time. I just waste so much time. So like
I waste so much time.
I know that like at one point in my life, I could write a song, and what's better than that? Like, why not try to do that? Who cares if it's good or if it's not good? Like,
what do you think it was that made you stop writing songs? Because I'm trying to think of what made me stop writing. The last writing I did was for my record, and that came out 13 fucking years ago, dude. I thought I'd do one every 2 years.
Yeah.
I just never. I mean, I wrote
With
one
him,
or two.
I think you were playing so many cover gigs that you said, fuck it.
Definitely
you know,
something like I fell out of love.
I'm making a lot
like
of money for
what
this.
he said. Like I fell out of love with it just because I was playing so many gigs for just a job.
Yeah.
That I didn't look at it as that like anymore.
Yeah, you don't have time for it.
And I always had more time than it seems to, because even when you're playing a gig, you have all that time during the day. Like I kind of use it as an excuse. I fell out of love with it a little bit. Pure laziness. Like who knows? I just know that I didn't, and maybe the excitement was gone from it, but I know that there's been so many years now, as the years coming to an end, that you're like, oh, what did you do that like
yeah, like looking
what's
back,
the
what did I do
inventory?
this year?
Yeah, and all that time, and like,
Nothing.
yeah, and you could like say there's 20 songs, like maybe there's one that's good, or maybe you can throw something together and be like, leave something for your parents or your family or your nieces and nephews that like, when it's all said and done, what am I gonna? Oh, this is, you know, and that get back to Thugfolk. I'm proud of that, and that's something that like, but that was 20 years ago now.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a lot more that like I'd like to, you know, leave. When you start thinking, I'm way too young, 43, to think about when you leave, but at the same time, you got to make your mark in the
You
world.
never know when it's going to happen. I mean, tragically, people our
Right.
age die all the time.
Yeah.
You know.
So like I just that's all, just to make use of time better. How about you?
One of my biggest regrets is not being able to have having my mom have a grandkid for me.
From you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or to see me get married and shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think of that also
That
because
fucks me up.
I don't have kids either, and I think like, shit, like that's what the second part of life is, right? You live through them, graduation, prom, all that kind of shit. Like when that time comes up, like, you know, and that it bugs me a little bit. I don't have that overwhelming
Like
thing.
we're in a
I know
different
that
situation.
Yeah,
Him and I,
right.
With you have fucking 2 kids.
and I know you feel different about this because you've said this to me before. Like you do have that urge, like to have a kid. Like
Absolutely.
you've said that. I don't have that overwhelming urge. Like I've had nights where I've kind of felt like like I wish, but then the next day it's gone. So that tells me like either way, I liked coming, you know, having a relationship. The step.
I
the
didn't
step thing was
want
cool.
kids.
Like
I
like
didn't want
that.
kids.
Yeah, but when it
I
happens,
didn't want kids.
it just gives you like, you know, from coming from a perspective of not having kids, a purpose for like the second,
100%.
even when you're not doing what you should be doing, like, you know, with your time or whatever, someone is growing up right now for the next 20, 30 years, and you're a huge part of their life.
yeah.
When you're watching a soccer game with your daughter or whatever, me and
Yeah.
Mike are fucking sitting down going, what do I do now?
Yeah.
Do I open a
And
beer or something?
Yeah.
What
that,
the fuck?
Yeah, you know, that part bothers me, that like you're not a part of anyone's
You have
story.
something to do
Like my
every day.
story is before or whatever's going on in my life now, and then I worry that like maybe the future, like whose story am I part of? Like we all have aunts and uncles and shit like that, but they're aunts and uncles. They're not your mom and dad. They're not your like, you know, I love my family dearly, but that's their family, you know. So I do think of that, and I would like a kid, but I don't know if it's the kid. I kind of, you know, I was in situations where I was like the step kind of thing. And
Get a dog.
And I loved it.
See how that
and
goes.
I loved it. And
You
I
crush
couldn't-
that, then think
Yeah,
about
it's
kids.
so
Start with a
different,
dog.
though.
And I love that situation. And I remember telling, like, asking myself, I'm like, is this scenario good? I'm like, yeah, this scenario is great. If, like, you know, I have a relationship with them and I can teach them things and we love each other, this is good enough. I don't need to be somebody's blood kid. Like they can, I'd be just as happy being a part of their life. Yeah. And that hurts when you're in that and then you're not, but like
cutting the grass on Saturdays and shit.
Like that kind of stuff, like
taking the kids to the sports.
Yeah, and having good conversations.
I'm talking about the step
kids. Yeah, like so, like it's not a part of like totally my.
Now I'm back to being like
kid.
I feel like I'm 15 years old. Fuck.
Yeah, but you know, it comes back to like resolutions, like New Year. Like I gotta, and I never like I'm not one of those dudes. You know that I'm not a resolution. Like things are gonna. But this year was a little different, where I'm like I'm not gonna do the same thing.
But
like,
say if you're not that guy though, that maybe you're that guy that just. Like if I'm going over to your apartment or whatever, maybe you're that guy. Like, all right, get the fuck out after 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean,
so if that's just who you are.
No,
so you can't.
Well,
you
no,
can't,
there's certain things like that. Like maybe
Rocky says, you can't change who you are.
Yeah, but like you can, if you want to be something else, you can. Like, you know what I mean? Like if I want to be something different, if I know that's not what I want,
but then you're being
everybody.
A phony.
No, everybody has to to change for the better is not being a phony.
Yeah, but that's not being bad to say to go.
No, like, I'm saying like what I want to do to like. Be a better person. Like I'm not saying like I want to be like a different person. I'm just saying time wasted is not something I want to do anymore. And I listed things that would be better to do with my time. You know, than doing nothing. That's all.
We have it harder because we don't have kids, Mike. Seriously.
But
or maybe you have it easier to pursue things like
things. Is that
what are we going to pursue?
Maybe who knows? I mean, life's like.
What am I going to pursue?
Life's not over. I mean, you meet somebody at Wawa tomorrow.
It's impossible.
Yeah, whatever.
With that mindset, it is.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No, I'm still going to try.
Whether you think you can or whether you think you can. Either way, you're right.
I will never say this line again in a date, though. Because I really think I'm the greatest
Suck
person.
me beautiful.
Yeah. Tell me more about this fucking...
I always think I'm the I don't mean this fucking literally. I think I'm like the greatest guy in the world. Like the sweetest, fucking hot. I'm fucking good looking. So I'm the greatest guy in the world. But I'm the greatest guy in the world.
Yeah.
And I'll say this to the girl. And I'm joking, but I'm also trying to be like, I'm also being like, listen, I'm a good fucking dude. And I notice that they don't like that at all.
Let them come to that conclusion.
Let them come. Don't say that.
You're a little fucking
confident. I wouldn't say that to them. I would say let them be like, wow, this guy's really good through your actions. Then you just kind of
I'd go in with that mindset.
Go in with the mindset, but don't verbalize it. That's what gets you in trouble, verbalizing. And they're like, this guy's saying too much on our first date.
I was just trying I was trying to be funny and also just trying to be confident.
Tell me more about she said something about sucking a beer down, and you thought she meant like swallowing a load.
Yeah, great comeback.
I really need to know what happened here.
It was something that it's hard for her to swallow or something.
Yeah, okay.
So she said something like that in a text, and I took it as like she likes to swallow. So I don't know.
So how did that materialize when you were talking to her?
I said, "Oh, really? So
smiley face,
whatever." Like whatever I did, love emoji. I thought like she was flirting with me. It was clearly wasn't flirting. She was saying, "I can't. My fucking arms are falling off.
Yeah, like I don't have that.
Like my neck's falling out of my fucking butt. So she can't swallow or whatever." So I took it as a different way.
Well, then I'm sorry, baby. Date's off.
But it got us to meet and stuff.
Right, but there was just crickets after that.
She didn't like me.
Did you make some kind of joke about her swallowing cum?
No,
That's what we're asking.
I swear to you, I was a fucking gentleman. I said, hon, I'm not feeling comfortable with these people like around me.
Before that.
Like, I like how you call her hun, though. That should have worked.
Yeah, hun, yeah.
That should have worked.
It's like the 50s.
Yeah, it is.
50s.
Yeah, like, hey.
I just said, can we go to the bar? Because these people, like, they're staring at us and stuff. Like,
I'm surprised she didn't find that endearing.
Well, she didn't like that. She said, she didn't like that I wanted to go to the bar. I said, these people are staring. She's like, they're not staring at us. I said, all right, I just feel weird that we're on our first date and everyone's looking at us.
Sir, this is a Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, right. Right.
So whatever, man. She did the hard work for you. You would have had to cut her loose anyway. She just fucking took care of it now.
But I would actually, if she would have liked me, I would have stuck it out. Even though I would have to take care of this girl my whole life, I would have done it.
Dude, you won. Stop complaining.
I'm a very
you
loyal
fucking
guy.
won. Listen,
I know,
you won.
I did win that.
Right.
Yeah, you got out of it.
So enjoy the win.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not. That's
It was only $14 too. That's
yeah, and that, yeah,
Enjoy that win, dude.
Yeah, that's one set.
I don't remember what it's
you
like to
live the
go
fight-
out
you
and
live
just
ano-
buy
fight
my own
another
lunch,
day.
dude. I can't have lunch for less than $100
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah. To pay,
Like-
yeah, right.
I can't. And I'm eating the less, and it's like fucking $100 with tip, dude, to go to Barnaby's.
Yeah, it's funny
And
too.
I'm
when-
having a burger.
when you're in that situation, or
Burgers.
even a
Love
relationship and all that,
burgers.
dude. Like you always want what you don't got right in front of you. I know, like a bunch of people are like, "Oh, that would be so awesome to just be, by yourself, have no responsibility and all that." And then, it's just as the world turns, it's like it's just
Must be nice.
yeah, it must be nice. Yeah,
Regardless,
exactly.
must be nice.
Yeah, everybody wants what they don't have, and then the older you get, you realize, fuck, like that's just how it is. Try to be a better person. Don't quit. And that's my that's all. To sum that up, the resolution thing. Like I did a lot of quitting, and I don't want to quit anymore.
what better time than the year switching to a new one to
Yeah.
kind of take stock and try to like fucking figure out a game plan for the next year.
Yeah, and just don't go into it like the shit. I've just gone into the last couple ones just like another day.
Like my last
do it.
25 years,
Yeah,
I've
25.
just pissed away, dude.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I don't want to piss away forever, dude. Our parents were fucking
I'm definitely
had
pissing
like
away the
6
next
kids,
year.
like 25. Like, yeah, I mean, if you're happy, that's
I'm not
all that
giving up
matters,
anything.
Yeah, good. I want you to.
I'm the greatest guy of all time.
Yeah, it's got to be up
The
in your
women,
head. That has
it's
stay
up to
in
the
your head.
women.
Well, BT, love you, buddy.
Yeah, brother.
So
Love you
cool
too.
you're able to stop by and join us here on Hoagie Time.
Thank you.
The heartbeat of row home rock.
Rome Rock.
Fucking
Gangster
Brian
Tuesday.
Timlin. Our brother,
Good to see
Mr.
you, brother.
BT.
Thank you guys. Always a pleasure.